It's that time, folks. Oh, it's time to rank these bad boys. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing well out there. And we have made it through every film in the Friday the 13th franchise, through the Paramount years, New Line years, and the reboot. So it's time to do a ranking video. And we're going to start off right away with number 12, which this one's fairly obvious, is Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, in my review, like I said, this is not a very good film. It's badly written. The acting's not the greatest. The effects aren't the greatest. There's no suspense. This is a lifeless, dull movie. There's only 2 scenes of note in the whole film. One is the Julius scene, which is my favorite scene in the whole movie, the boxing kill. And the second cool scene is Jason in Times Square. Other than that, this movie sucks big time. And yes, so at number 12, Jason Takes Manhattan. Now at number 11, now this is all the way down at 11, but this one is definitely a lot more fun than Jason Takes Manhattan, and this one is Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Now this is very trashy, very fun, lots of kills. It's dumb as hell, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The whodunit aspect I know pissed off a lot of people in the 80s when this came out. Matter of fact, it caused a lot of backlash. I think that's why Part 6 didn't do as well, because Part 6 is a way better film. But this film is still a pretty fun Friday the 13th film, even though I'm putting it at 11. It's just good, trashy fun. There's lots of kills. The pace moves pretty quick. But the whodunit aspect doesn't work. We all know Roy's the killer way before the reveal at the end. And other than that, it's just okay. But you can have a lot more fun with this than Takes Manhattan. So at number 11, Part 5, A New Beginning. Now at number 10, Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. This is a little bit more fun than Part 5. John Carl Buechler does a decent job with the directing. I like this, Tina versus Jason aspect when they do have that final battle at the end for the last 10-15 minutes of the film. Before that, though, it's very uninteresting stuff. Now, notably, this film got hacked to pieces by the MPAA. So all the glorious kills that John Carl Buechler had for us, we didn't really get to see much of anything. And honestly, the best part of this, because the characters, who gives a shit about the characters, the best part of the movie is the last 10-15 minutes. Other than that, but this film is still fun. So at number 10, we got Part 7, The New Blood. At number 9, we're going to go with Jason X. Yes, when Jason goes to space, which is where franchises go to die. Yeah, this film's fun. It's fun and campy and dumb. There's some cool kills. The cryogenically frozen head kill is always a fan favorite. They recreate the sleeping bag kill when they have Jason in virtual reality. That's cool. I think the movie peters out towards the end. I think the first 3/4 of the film is pretty fun and moves pretty quickly. The final quarter of the film, it just kind of drags on, and by the end I'm like, I'm glad it's over, even though it's not a very long film, but still, it's a fun film. So at number 9, Jason X. Now at number 8 goes to New Line's first crack at Jason Voorhees, Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, which is laughable now. It was laughable then. We knew it wasn't the last one, although they hyped it as such. This movie is not perfect. It's not even, I wouldn't even say a great film, maybe not even a good film, but it's an enjoyable, fast-paced, hardcore, especially the unrated version, slasher film. I know this pissed people off because Jason's only in 10 minutes of the film, and I like the design of Jason. I like some of the directing choices. I think the acting's pretty decent. I like the callbacks to other films, like the Necronomicon showing up, and it's definitely related to the Hidden in some aspects, or taken after the Hidden, but I still think it's a pretty fun film. It's just not the greatest. So at number 8, Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. At number 7, Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Now, I don't hate this film, but as years have gone on and rewatching it, especially for this review series, there's a lot of dead air in this film. It takes a while for it to get going. And I like Chris as a final girl. Some of the effects don't look the greatest, especially in 3D, because the camera's locked off 80s 3D, where the camera's just pointing right at the shot, and you can see there's a monofilament line when the guy's head gets crushed, and some of the other things. Once it gets going, it's a lot better of a film, but the first part of the film drags a bit. So yeah, at number 7, Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. At number 6, the original Friday the 13th. Now, no doubt, I gotta give it credit. This jump-started a lot of the slasher films of the 80s, although Halloween is definitely the one that started it all going into the 80s. Although, if you love Black Christmas, that really did start it. But Halloween was the successful one to kickstart it. And this was a clone of that. It just upped the gore factor because the great Tom Savini came in and gave some kick-ass effects. But I don't think this is the best film in the franchise. Obviously, that's why I put it at number 6. But at number 6, the original Friday the 13th. At number 5, I'm going to go with Freddy versus Jason. Again, not my favorite film in the franchise, but just a fun entry, and it puts two of our most notable horror icons against each other. This film was many, many years in the making, many scripts, many directors attached to it, and we finally got it in 2003. And I think it's a lot of fun. Yes, again, there's dumb shit in there. Some of the effects, the CGI effects don't quite hold up, but it's still a good time at the movie. So yes, at number 5, Freddy vs. Jason. Number 4, I'm going to go with Steve Miner's first crack at the Friday the 13th franchise with Friday the 13th Part 2. And this is a good follow-up to the first film, and I like the introduction of Jason. I like Baghead or Hillbilly Jason. I like how he keeps him in darkness. I like the rain aspect of it. Some of the kills are pretty good. I like Amy Steele as their final girl here. So yeah, I like Part 2. So yeah, at number 4, Friday the 13th Part 2 is number 4. And number 3, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Now after kind of the backlash, and even though Part 5 made a lot of money, Tom McLaughlin came in and delivered a really fun Friday the 13th film with a great portrayal of Jason Voorhees by C.J. Graham. And I really like this film. It's fast-paced. There's some in-jokes. There's some callbacks to other films or other horror franchises like Karloff's Store, Carpenter Road. Tom McLaughlin really did a nice job of keeping it fun, but also taking Jason seriously. And there's some really cool kills. This film isn't overly gory. This isn't like my number 1 film in the franchise or even the next one. But it's pretty well acted. I like Tom Matthews as Tommy Jarvis. And it's just a really good Friday the 13th film and not taken so seriously. So yes, at number 3, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. At number 2, which might be semi-controversial because I know this film isn't beloved by some of the fan base, but Friday the 13th 2009 is my number 2 on the list. I think this is a really good Friday the 13th film. They pretty much gave the fans everything they could possibly want. We got a kick-ass Jason Derek Mears. I like his look. Do I love everything in this film? No, but I think they do enough right to make this the second best in the whole franchise. I like some of the acting in this film. I think the acting is pretty damn good. Some of the script doesn't make, some of the script's dumb. But overall, I think it's a really good Friday the 13th film. So at number 2, Friday the 13th, 2009. At number 1, and my favorite, and it's always been my favorite, is Friday the 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter, directed by Joseph Zito. Tom Savini came back to kill his creation. We got Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis. We got Crispin Glover doing his kick-ass dance and getting a meat cleaver in the face. We got some wonderful kills by Tom Savini. And Jason's kill at the end when he gets killed by Tommy Jarvis, when he gets the machete in the head, is awesome. It's a great shot. Just a fantastic cap to what would have been a very satisfying end to the series if they would have definitely ended it there. As we all know, New Beginning came out a year later, or less than a year later. But I've always loved this one. This is probably one of my favorite 80s slasher films. I think it's a really well done. Joseph Zito does a nice job with the directing. The acting's pretty good. Overall, yes, this is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. So at number 1, Friday the 13th Part 4, The Final Chapter. Now, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your rankings are. What's your favorite of the franchise? Leave the comment down below. Let me know. I'll be back soon with Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. But until then, I'm just going to say bye.